Welcome everybody here at our Schmidman Talk today with Jim Tengström from Sweden, cool guy and friend of Schmidman. You might know him from his participation in Elmia in Sweden or his work for BIMOS of Sweden. Say hello to Jim.
Hello everyone.
For those of you who don't know you, who are you, Jim, and what are you driving?
Yeah, so I live in Sweden, as you said, in a city called Västerås, an hour from Stockholm, basically. And I drive this E46 M3, and I have been owning it for 7 years, I guess. So it's been a while. And as you also mentioned, I've been involved in BIMOS of Sweden since 2011, and my friend Arne founded it in 2010. So it's been a long journey, but today we're about 38,000 members, so it's been all about BMWs since then.
Yeah, it's a very, very cool project you're going there, but we will get to that later.
Absolutely.
Where did BMW start for you?
It basically started in 2011 when I joined BIMOS of Sweden, and all my friends and my cousin as well is involved in BIMOS of Sweden. So before all that, we were driving a lot of French cars, me and my cousin. So
hey, okay.
Yeah.
all Renault RS or amazing. Just
Yeah, mostly Peugeot 205 GTIs.
Okay.
So it started there for me, but yeah, since 2011 I started driving BMWs, of course, and it's been a lot of E46s, but also an E28 M535 that I owned for a few years, and then it evolved to this car, and it's been basically modified every winter and driven every summer since then. So
yeah, speaking of modifications, what have you done to that M3?
Yeah, it's been a lot, but since the beginning it was original car. Basically, it had some carbon splitters in the front. That's basically it. And since then I started overhauling the car with all the new bushings and stuff that I got from Schmidman here in Sweden, and it's all Powerflex Black Series race bushings, so, and all the supports and everything. So basically renewed the car from the ground up with all new parts, and the most noticeable thing is probably the wide body kit, right? So it's from Flossmann, the GTR wide body kit in carbon fiber that's painted silver. The car is originally silver as well, so continued with the original paint, and then it's been wrapped in a couple of different liveries over the years, but the latest livery is based on the TV game Need for Speed Most Wanted. So
really iconic for
definitely
for most enthusiasts, video game enthusiasts. Absolutely. And BMW enthusiasts, but it's a very 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 cool looking car. So body kit, bushings, rims are stock, or
it's actually the rims. I tried to find the rims that would be as similar as possible to the game, right? And in the game it's the center bolted BBS race rims, and it's really hard to get a hold of. So these rims are from an E92 M3.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it's 4 wheels from the back wheels were a bit wider, so I bought 2 sets and took the back wheels. That's 9.5 inches wide, I suppose.
By 18 or by 19?
It's 18 inch. 265 semi-slick tires all around.
Taking that to the track or just for road?
Yeah, take it to the track just for fun, though. I'm a terrible driver, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I guess you have that's why you have the huge wing on there. What's going on
huge,
there?
Yeah. So the wing I bought from an English company. It's a GT3 lookalike wing, basically.
Okay,
that's been modified to fit my chassis, basically, with a chassis mounted
complete roll cage inside, or
it's a full roll cage inside that's painted. The car was in gold, recently, last year. So the cage is painted in gold pearl as well. I also had it is GTR rims that were painted gold as well last time. So it matched then, but it doesn't really match now when the car is blue and silver, right? So maybe we'll have to fix that as well.
Yeah. Good thing having some projects waiting.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot more modifications of the car. I mean, it's bigger brakes, it's the CSL discs and the Brembo 4-piston brakes from a Porsche 987, I think. And with really good brake pads from Endless Racing. That's a local company here in Västerås.
Okay,
So, yeah. And there's the chassis is from BC Racing. So it's all adjustable and everything like that. So it's a lot of fun to play around with.
Yeah, so you do that yourself, or do you have the mechanical friends?
I try to do it myself, but there's a big track racing community in Sweden, so there's always help to get, and you just have to ask around, and you get suggestions, and you just try them out and see if it works for you, basically. So
yeah, I guess it's what this is all about, like the community giving back.
Definitely. Yeah, and that's really few track days for me. It's just for fun whenever I have the time. So there's not, the car isn't really optimized for track driving. I have all the interior left with some modifications, so it's a heavy car, but we do a lot of road trips, long distances as well. And we've been to Norway every year, and we also visit Asphaltfeber in Germany back in 2016, I guess. So that was a trip.
Driving there or towing it?
We drive it everywhere.
Cool. Very, very, very cool. Do you have any tips for people getting into the scene? Where should they start? What should they? What should the first things?
That's a difficult question, but I mean, it's all about having fun and getting together with friends in a community, right? So, like whatever car your friend or car make and model your friends have, I would suggest start there and look at something similar, because there's a lot of knowledge to be found in nearby, and it makes it a lot more fun to do as well, I think. So I mean, start small, and depending on where you live, like in Sweden, we have a lot of winter months, so you have a lot of time modifying your cars and enjoy it during the summer, right? So
yeah, so fingers crossed they own BMWs.
Yeah, fingers crossed, right? Yeah, it's really fun cars. You can do a lot of them, and the aftermarket part is endless, right? So you can really make the car your own.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Schmidtmann is all about.
Yeah, and I do have a lot of parts from Schmidtmann as well. We haven't talked about everything yet, but I mean the exhaust system from. Yeah, there's a lot.
What is it, straight piped, or do you have cats?
I do have cats right now. I haven't had cats for a couple of years.
Okay.
But I mean the sound was a bit too much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's a Super Sprint race exhaust, and the rear muffler is actually a concept from Schmidtmann.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
So it's a prototype basically from Schmidtmann. So it doesn't take away too much sound.
Very cool combination there.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
It is.
What about power? How much power torque
there's
do you have?
There's not too much power, actually. I haven't done a supercharger or turbo conversion or anything like it, because I drive the car a lot, and there's so many rules and regulations about how you can modify your cars to still have it legal and still drive into different countries without getting in really big trouble.
Yeah, of course.
So the engine is overhauled with new rod bearings and the bonus unit as well. is all renewed, and got a lot of help from Schmiedman with those parts. So
Perfect.
yeah, and the engine mount, transmission mounts as well is Hard Race Motorsports, and yeah, it's a solid car. It's a bit optimized with just programming, so maybe it leaves around 360 horsepower.
That's enough for daily driving.
Yeah, I do have the CSL carbon intake as well, but it's not mounted to the car because I had the wrong ECU numbers on my ECU.
Okay.
So I'm in the hunt for the right ECU so I can have the CSL program as well.
Yeah, we'll take that. I'll take that back to our sales department.
Yeah,
let them hunt with you.
Yeah, I guess the ECU needs to have the letters HP in the end to make it possible to reprogram it to the CSL program. Yeah.
Perfect. Is that your daily driver, or do you have another BMW?
Not really a daily driver, but I mean, during the summer times and during the weekends, some weeks it's a daily driver, some weeks it's in the garage, and I daily drive my X1.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah. So it's something in between, right?
Yeah, sure thing. If you
I only have one parking space at home, so and I have the garage 15 minutes away, basically. So
okay, but well,
sometimes,
it's good. It's great to have good toys nearby. So
yeah, absolutely. Would you like to have a tour about a walk around for the car?
Yeah. Let's do a quick walk around about that cool toy. Now we know some of the applications. So
yeah.
it's a very, very, very cool car.
Thank you.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
hands down, cool car. I would love to go for a ride. I'm sure I'm not the only one. So should we just talk a little about Bimmer's of Sweden?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
What's going on with Bimmer's of Sweden? Who are you? What is Bimmer's of Sweden? And, what's your role in it? And why should we all go to Sweden in May?
Exactly. It's been a really fun trip. So a friend of mine, Arne, started Bimmer's of Sweden in 2010. Basically, just a car parking lot with 30 cars, I suppose. And from there, it just grew. So the next year, 2011, I joined the community and helped out with all the meets, and we grew to a couple of hundred cars, I guess. And from there, it just exploded. So last year we was 1,628 cars at Mantorp Park and almost 4,500 visitors, I suppose.
Wow.
So it's a really big BMW community, and everyone's welcome, whatever BMW you drive, and have a lot of fun just enjoying the cars and the car culture, basically. So from the beginning, all the event fees and everything went straight to the Children's Cancer Foundation. So we have gathered a lot of money, and raised a lot of money for that community as well. So it was like having fun and doing something good for everyone that is struggling, basically. So that's how it all started, and it just evolved, and we basically had to move into the Sweden's biggest track, Mantorp Park, to get all the visitors and the cars together and in the same place. So yeah.
So when's the next event? When can we join?
The 24th and the 25th of May. So the 25th is the main day, and the 24th is half a day, basically. Just if you travel far, we actually have a couple of guys that's driving from Kazakhstan, like 550 miles. It's like, it's crazy. Yeah, so basically we have a camping and, some barbecue, and we also have do a cruise around track at night, and we have a burnout competition basically, and fun things like that on a Friday. And the Saturday it's like all about showing off your cars and driving on the track. And there's a lot of different car companies that joins us and has a lot of different products that if you're interested in that, but it's mostly a community.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, and Schmiedman is a proud sponsor of that.
Yeah, Schmiedman has been a sponsor from the beginning. They've been around for a long time in Beamers of Sweden, and
we like working together, and we like working with the community and the communities like yours there, and supporting builds like the crazy one we've just been introduced.
Schmiedman has a lot of experience, especially when it comes to older M cars. The market is a bit narrower to find parts and stuff, so it's always good to give them a call, and when you have questions, then find a solution together, basically.
Thank you, Jim, for joining this talk and introducing that magnificent E46 M3.
And the pleasure is all mine. Yeah,
and everybody out there, go check out Beamers of Sweden and Jim on Instagram, and join their event at Mantorp Park on the 24th and 25th of May. And as Jim says, give us a call if you need anything for your BMW.